Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Hard8, the truth for YouTube. Your favorite commentator's favorite commentator, yeah. What's up, people? What's happening? You already know the deal. If you missed my last video, the link is down below. Facebook groups, gamer tags, Instagram, Twitter, all that good shit is down below. So please go and check it out. Now, PlayStation 5 rumors are out in the wild, man. They are starting to ramp up. We have already gotten information that the PS5 dev kits have been sent out and they are in the hands of developers. Now, some people think that this is not a good idea to release the PlayStation 5 anytime soon, and some people are okay with it. I'm one of them people that are okay with it. I'm not going to complain. It's almost been 5 years since the PS4 dropped, and I'm ready for a new generation. I mean, it is what it is. I'm ready for a new generation. We know Sony is hitting that stride. They are stomping what's left of Microsoft into the ground. We already know that. Nintendo, with their lowered and low settings, they trying to make a little fight and all of that. You know, you look at games like Breath of the Wild that has like a 97 on Metacritic, and you compare that to games like God of War that has a 95 on Metacritic, and you can clearly see these two games are not in the same lead. I mean, maybe for preschoolers, Breath of the Wild might be a 97, but for us adults, God of War is the game for us, and that's the real 95. So, I don't know. You know, maybe in the schoolyard, in the sandbox, maybe Breath of the Wild or the Nintendo Switch is amazing, but to us adults, it's nothing. It's nothing. Mario Odyssey and all that. Like, come on, man. Them games don't compare to shit like God of War or that Last of Us 2. That's going to drop and stuff. Like, come on, man. It just don't. But, you know, I'm one of the people that is looking forward to a next generation console, man, because this generation, it's cool. It's been great. The games look great, as you can see, with God of War, Spider-Man, and Uncharted 4, and Killzone Shadowfall, which looks amazing, and things like that. The graphics and all of that is there, but we still lacking in performance. So I'm hoping that the PS5 will bring 60 frames per second to a standard, hopefully. But the main thing about me that I want from this new generation is I want more attention to detail. Developers, I don't care how big your world is, if it ain't shit to do or if it ain't nothing to interact with. Okay? You can have a small world with tons of detail. If I had a wish list for next generation, it would be 60 frames per second as a standard and attention to detail to be ramped up to the maximum. That's what I want in this next generation. Take a game like Far Cry 5 or any of the damn Far Cries. Well, any of the, you know, the PS4 Far Cries or whatever like that, or the Xbox, whatever. This generation Far Cry games. And, you know, you shoot somebody with an AK-47, you walk up to them and it look like they taking a fucking nap. Is the baby getting its nap? I don't want to hit somebody with a fucking assault rifle and walk up to them and they look like they taking a goddamn nap. Can their body look like it's just been riddled with bullets? I mean, look at a game like Max Payne 3. What year did that come out? 2012? We're talking about 6 years ago. And even before that, you had some games that had bullet damage. But you take a game like Max Payne 3, when somebody got hit with a fucking AK, you walk up to them and you can tell they got hit with a goddamn AK. Alright? That's what I need to see in these games, man. It makes me not even want to play a game when the attention to detail is lacking. I hate it. I hate it. I tell you, man, if that's all I can have next generation is 60 frames as a standard and more attention to detail, that's what I'll take, you know. But some people are not happy with the announcement or with these rumors of the PS5. I know some rumors were saying that it could be announced at E3 this year. I highly doubt that. Next year, I don't know, man. I don't know, especially if these dev kits are out in the wild, depending on how long they've been out there. Console generations usually don't last longer than 5 years, with the exception of last generation where it lasted for 8 years. But that's the first time that it happened or that it lasted that long. Previous generations, it usually was like 5 years was the max, and then we were on to a new console. So we are already about to hit that 5-year mark come this November. So next year doesn't really seem too out of the question. I don't think another GTA is going to release this generation. You know, so I believe that next year is very doable, man. Next year, 2019, we could see some new consoles, man. I'm quite sure Microsoft is ready to pull that trigger. Then again, I don't know, because they brought out the Xbox One X, and we know that it's the most powerful console on the planet. But as you can see, they still don't have a single game, a single exclusive that look better than Uncharted 4. That looks better than Killzone Shadowfall. Infamous Second Son. I mean, Gears of War 4 is a good-looking game. It is. But that's about all they got. That's about all they got. And that game doesn't look better than Uncharted 4, in my opinion. And we know goddamn well they don't have nothing that looks better than God of War. And we know The Last of Us 2 is going to raise the bar even higher. So, Microsoft may not be looking to pull that trigger just yet. They might be more looking to secure some talented developers, because that's what they need. That's what they need, man. I mean, could you imagine if Santa Monica was using the power of the X to develop God of War? I mean, God, that shit would look amazing. But power isn't everything. So Microsoft may not be looking to pull the trigger so quickly, because they brought out the most powerful console and they're still getting stomped. And that's what the next generation is all about. Now, if they can bring out a box that's going to be 60 locked, you know, 4K or something close to it, then maybe. But other than that, they may wait and see what's going to happen. But they need to secure some studios. That's what they need to do. That should be their #1 priority. They should not be worrying about another console at this point. And you probably feel the same way about Sony. They shouldn't be worrying about another console at this point. They got the top selling console by far. Nobody's going to catch them. Not Nintendo, not Microsoft. I mean, they're killing it on the exclusives. So some people might think it's too early. Some people might think it's not necessary. Me, I'm not one of them people. I'm always looking for new technology, especially it's been 5 years. You know what I mean? Like 5 years in technology is a long time, you know. So I'm not mad. If they announce a PS5 tomorrow, I'll be happy. You know, I wouldn't be sad or anything like that. The one thing that they need to do when they do announce it is it definitely need to support backwards compatibility. I think they're going to go with that because they see what type of hype it's doing for Microsoft. I mean, it's doing a little bit for Microsoft. You know, it's definitely a great feature. And I think Sony is not going to drop the ball on that this time around. I don't know. They may. They may not. They may or they may not. You know, Sony get arrogant when they in pole position. You dig? We already know. When they were in pole position with that PS2 and then the PS3, we know they did a lot of things wrong. So we don't know. Maybe they learned from past mistakes, but Sony tends to get arrogant when they're in pole position. And they might just say, man, fuck backwards compatibility. That ain't what y'all want to play anyway. Y'all want the new games, that new hotness. So we're going to have to see, man. But I think they need to add backwards compatibility. That way all the people that's crying about the PS4, about the PS5, and they don't want to get left behind on the PS4. You know, all of us that do want to upgrade, we can do that. And then the people that feel like they don't want to leave PS4 behind, they can upgrade and still enjoy the PS4 games and things like that. But I'm ready for some new technology. It's been 5 years. Bring it on, bring it on. But I'm going to need 60 frames per second to be a standard, and I'm going to need these developers to pay more attention to detail. That's what I want. That's what I want. Because the graphics and all of that stuff is cool. You know what I mean? Can they get better? I mean, of course they can get better. Are they going to get better? Yes, they're going to get better. But the graphics right now are cool. You look at a game like God of War and it looks amazing. You know, so the graphics is not something that I'm too worried about. But I need that performance to be 60 frames per second, and I need more attention to detail. I'm tired of shooting people in video games and not seeing the effects of my shots. Alright? I don't want to be fucking punching dudes in the face and then I look at them when they on the ground and they look like they can go pose for a fucking magazine. I don't want henchmen looking like models after they just been pummeled in their fucking faces. Put some bruises on their face, swole a lip up, break a jaw, black an eye. Give me something. I want more attention to detail. Also, I want fucking clothes and shit to get torn and ripped as the game progresses and things like that. I want more attention to detail. That's all I want, man, in 60 frames per second. If they can give me that, I'll be a happy fucking camper. Other than that, bring on that PlayStation 5, bring it on. Or the next Xbox, whatever it is, bring it on and really do some things nice as far as performance goes in detail. Now, price, we're not even going to think about the price right now. Who knows what the price is going to be? We'll see. But I'm ready to pay that premium dollar for the best console, which is probably going to be Sony, unless Microsoft can get some studios. But don't look like they worried about that. It looks like they're worried about getting old-ass games in the 4K. That's what they worried about, and that's cool. Hey, if that's your lane, stick to it. But other than that, I want the new hotness, and I want a lot of attention to detail in 60 frames per second. Can I get that? Can I get that? Anyway, what do y'all think down in the comment section? Are you ready for the next generation of gaming? I am. How about you? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. It's your boy Hard8. If you liked the video, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. But I tell you one thing. Y'all been showing a lot of love and support, man. My last couple of videos been doing very, very well. Hey, keep it up, alright? Because it costs you nothing to hit that like button, leave a comment, and watch a video. But I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. It's your boy Hard8. I'm gone. Deuces.
Hey! Hey! New shoes on the Range Rover, good with mine. Motherfuckers act like I